This is what a lot of Black folks go through every single day. Every single day. Each of the clips I've been able to source out shows every single thing Black folks go through by these said palm-colored people. And sometimes I ask myself, when will this stop? When will this stop? Why is it that Black people never win? Why? Why? Because these people will literally do something and run behind the scene. In this particular clip you're about to watch, there is no one that gets me so pissed off like the 5-year-old boy being sued for touching a tree. Just watch all of those clips I have for you guys. I'll be back with commentaries. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we'll have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share. Let's get right into this.
Okay, here's what I'm talking about. We have customers coming up to us and they are threatened by you.
They are threatened by
Yes.
you. How are they threatened by you?
They are afraid to come into the area that you're in.
They're afraid to come into the area.
It's because you were dancing and singing and talking on the phone.
I wasn't doing any of those things but dancing.
Okay, well, that's what I was told. And so I checked on you. You seemed okay to me, but I had other people still come up to me after I talked to you. So that was me telling my employee that is okay. It's done. Okay.
That was you telling what employee?
On the radio.
Oh.
My employee
the threat is gone. That's what you said? What did you say?
Yes.
No. What did you say?
I said the threat is gone. It's done. She doesn't have to worry about it.
What kind of threat did I pose? Please?
No, she said that the customers were threatened.
They were threatened?
They not physically threatened. They felt threatened. They felt.
How did they feel threatened?
I don't know. I haven't talked to them. She talked to them. She just asked me to look into it. Okay.
Okay, and then the threat is gone because I am leaving the store?
Yes, I thought you were leaving.
No, I decided to go back in.
Okay. Okay.
So is the threat not gone?
Well,
I'm confused on how I'm a threat. So I just would like that explained as well.
Okay. Because the customers were threatened, because you were standing there dancing and singing, and they wanted to shop, and they felt
so
like
I wanted to shop as well. So I was threatened by them as well.
Okay.
So who can you dismiss out of the store?
Well, I don't know who they are. I would have to find my associate and see.
I'm pretty sure there's a camera in there. You could see who thought I was.
I don't have a camera right there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, if you want to
Would you mind
shop,
if I posted this on the internet?
Yes, of course I would mind.
Why would you mind?
Okay, I am not threatened by you, okay? I am saying that we had customers telling our sales associate, they were saying, don't go over there, stay away from her. So they were threatened.
So stay away from her. But what was I doing to make a threat? That's all I want to know.
I don't know. This is secondhand from me, okay? So I don't know. I just heard singing and dancing and, you know. We have a lot of people that come in and they are under the influence.
Of
so
what?
I think
Under the influence of what?
Drugs, alcohol, right?
So am I under the influence of drugs?
I have no idea if you are.
So
But
why are you
when
letting
we
allow? Yeah.
When we have someone that is, we ask them to leave the store.
Okay, so how do you know if they're under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
Sometimes it's really obvious.
Like how?
Like they're tweaking or they're falling down or that kind of thing. So if that happens, we ask them to leave.
So you said I was a threat, the threat left. So did you believe I was under influence of alcohol? You did say you were going to call the cops. So if I walk back in there, you're going to call the cops?
I'm not going to call the cops. I'm saying
but that's what you said before. I just want to make sure we get our story
The reason I would call the cops is if you were causing a scene at the register. That's why I wanted to take it away from the register. Okay?
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Where am I right now? What store is this?
You're at Jack's.
Jack's where? What city?
Okay, I'm gonna go back inside and do my job.
Appreciate you.
As long as you don't cause problems, you can come in.
What if I told you an HOA basically harassed a black family because a kid touched a tree? Here's the video.
My name is Ariel. I busted my ass for the last 5 years to buy a home for my children as a single mother of 5. And there is a woman who is filing a complaint on my 5-year-old, who is also the same woman who sits at the head of the HOA, who does not like my 5-year-old touching a tree. She decided to take legal action. And my HOA, as of today, is seeking to start legal action against my 5-year-old for touching a tree and touching a rock. They listed him under Article 7, Section 8 of the HOA and listed him to the neighborhood as a public annoyance and public nuisance to the neighborhood. List him as a public annoyance and nuisance when in Article 7 is usually reserved for loud parties, out of control noise complaints, or excessive parking. Not a human, not a child, for touching a tree. The head of my HOA is the only lady who is seeking this complaint. She is the only person who is recording my child every day at his public bus stop. There is no damage to the tree, nor is he on video or record throwing a rock. She does have video of him touching the branches of the tree. He wakes up every morning at 7:30 a.m. with no children, records my child at a public bus stop for Orange County Public Schools from inside her home window. The legal, suit, she's trying to start a photo of my son in the tree, a photo of my family, and then a photo of everyone else's garbage cans that don't seem to get fines or regulations besides mine in the comparison. This is not to get my neighbors in trouble. This is to just make everyone aware what our HOA money is being spent and used for. On Sunday, I walked my 5-year-old son to 63 houses. We walked with flowers to 63 houses in my neighborhood to show them the lawsuit that our HOA money is being used to pursue on a 5-year-old, and to ask them, A, is my son Owen a public nuisance? B, no, Owen is not a public nuisance. Or C, I do not know who Owen is. So I felt like if the neighborhood was going to list my child as a public nuisance or public annoyance to the area, I might as well ask them as the mother, what did my son do?
Very well done. I've been following this story. I saw this online a few days ago, and at that time, I contacted my production team, and we have reached out to this mother. And so if the mother receives this, please check your inbox on social media. I'm sure that you've received a lot of messages, but check the one from Indisputable. We would love to continue to advocate for your cause and your child. Put up the picture full mass. I'm going to give you the background to this. According to Atlanta Black Star, who did great reporting on this, by the way, Ariel Barner. Ms. Barner, a Florida mother, says she's being subjected to a prejudicial and discriminatory HOA notice that resulted in fines after a neighbor filed a complaint about her son playing on a community magnolia tree. Ms. Barner, a single, hard-working mother of 5 children, said she bought her first home in Orange County. Now she's fighting a legal notice from her HOA accusing her 5-year-old child, Owen, of violating community rules by swinging from a tree on public property at his bus stop. Now, we all know children, because, we've all been a child. We, in our childlike state, will play on welcoming trees, even if somebody says, hey, get down from there, whatever it may be. Okay? It's a rite of passage, basically. The legal notice alleges that Owen, in fact, violated a regulation stating that, quote, no noxious or offensive activity shall be conducted or permitted to exist upon any lot or any dwelling unit, nor shall anything be done or permitted to exist on any lot or in any dwelling unit that may be or may become an annoyance or private or public nuisance, thus the HOA justified. You can't write dumb-ish. So in an enforceable contract, that's what the HOA is giving you, a contract, right? In a contract, the terms must be enforceable. There are multiple grounds of unenforceability here with the contract, but that's my opinion. Now, I'm going to give you my informed opinion as to why in just a moment. So the HOA justified the grounds for the notice by writing that the association members will not be liable for any injuries that the children or child might suffer from swinging from tree branches, which is typically a given in the liability clause of an HOA contract or HOA agreement. Also, quote, they listed under Article 7, Section 8, that the HOA enlisted him to the neighbor as a public annoyance and a public nuisance to the neighborhood. Barner said in the video post on Instagram, quote, so maybe call me ignorant or maybe call me naive, but I have never experienced such hatred and isolation over a child in a community. Okay. And dear sister, I hope you do know that it is not about the child, obviously, and it is not about the tree. It is much deeper than that. And keep in mind, the individual making the personal complaint happens to be president of the HOA. And that may have something to do with why something that would seemingly be so small has now become a national story. But if that's the kind of action that the HOA wants to provide, we will provide it. Now the HOA is requiring Barner to resolve the violation and pay $382.16 to cover the fees the association incurred to hire an attorney to address the complaint. Barner says she believes this matter is directly tied to prejudice, abuse of power, and discrimination under or after her white neighbor, who happens to be the head of the HOA, filed a complaint that resulted in the legal notice. She said the neighbor would repeatedly record her son playing in the magnolia tree at his bus stop. The tree suffered no damage. In the days since she received the notice, Barner has started fighting back. Her story went viral after she took to social media to share the ordeal. She also printed letters for 50 of her neighbors describing the situation she and her family are being subjected to and accusing the HOA of abusing the bylaws. She posted dozens of supportive responses from community members siding with her and her son. Barner told WOFL that she intends to speak with an attorney to explore how to move forward with the HOA's demands. Quote, and I may lose, but I'm going to go down fighting, and I have no problem paying my fines and still using my voice to say this is 100% unconstitutional and not right, she said. Okay. Let's put up the mother again. So to the mother and to your beautiful child, I know you got beautiful kids, your beautiful family. Anytime there's a lawsuit filed against you, you have the right to respond. If they would like to get you under deposition, you have the right to put them under deposition as well. It's called sworn testimony. They would have to swear to statements of fact. And in that swearing of statement of facts, an attorney or you get to ask or pose some questions that may be quite embarrassing for them to have to answer on record. It's just a point of remedy for some. Also, I would highly recommend that based on the bylaws of the HOA, those neighbors that were sympathetic to you, those neighbors you gave flowers to, and they got to meet your beautiful face and understand the context of your beautiful children. You see, those neighbors are part of the board of directors. They just typically don't show up to the meetings. And because of that, a small group of individuals who usually have too much time on their hands are the ones who become the de facto governing board. Here's what I recommend. Just a recommendation. If I were you, I would take those neighbors, go to the next HOA meeting, have them qualify as members, active members, voting members, and vote out that current leadership and make you the HOA president. All right? Just a recommendation. All right, we'll bring you updates as they come.
Don't touch me, I'll kill you.
What?
laryngitis of the highest order. Her name is Vicky New, and she's been ordered by the courts to pay $225,000 for racially harassing her neighbors on the basis of their race and ethnicity. That should teach her. Unbelievable.
What's going on, buddy?
Nigga done brought a team out here.
Obviously, he doesn't live here.
The reason why I asked you to live here is to private community, so if you don't live here, you need to leave. So if you live here, you're visiting a friend, that's fine, just let us know, because you're getting neighbors concerned since you're walking around my house. I'm not walking around your house. Hold on, Steve. You've been past my house 4 times, I don't know you, I've never seen you here before, and you're walking past my house over and over again. So if you live here or you have a friend you're visiting here, that's fine. I'm not in front of your house. You're actually following me.
You went up the wrong way. We just asking a question. You live out here?
I'm a part of the neighborhood.
You're part of the neighborhood? Does that mean you live here? It's simple.
Like, bro, what?
I'm asking a question. You live here? You went up to my wife.
Bro, I didn't go up to your wife, bro. I don't know who you talking about. For real. And I think I can walk around my neighborhood.
If you live here, yeah. So you live here.
Like,
You live here.
you gonna keep asking me the same question over and over and over and over and over. This man following me. This is harassment, right?
You haven't answered yet.
That's harassment, right? That's harassment, right?
I think what you did to my wife, yes.
Look. You followed
What you did to my wife,
You
yes.
read it up.
Anyways, thank you so much. That's the end of that particular video. Let's start for the first clip, right? So let's analyze this gradually. So from the first clip, the lady called someone that looked like me, which is a black person, that she is actually a threat. You can know that from that particular video, this lady was literally lying. She was literally lying. I can feel it that no single person actually dropped that particular report to her. And if, let's say, paraventure, those particular reports were actually dropped on her table, does that make sense for she to look into the eyes of a black woman and tell her that I told them that the threat is gone? What kind of statement is that? I told them. So you mean my presence coming to your store to come patronize you, to come make you have extra change in your pocket, to make you be able to pay salaries to your staffs is a threat? Even if there is any white folks that actually relate that to her as someone that is coming to represent the company, those words that she used, were they good words? These are one of the things that black people do face on a daily basis for the fact that they are trapped in this skin called blackness. Now, if we talk about the second video where this 5-year-old was arrested, ask me, you're arresting a 5-year-old child for the fact that, not like arrest, sue, sorry, for the fact that this particular child touched a tree. A tree, just a common tree, that you might not even be the person that actually planted it. Maybe naturally, before you even move into the environment, it just grew, the tree just grew up there. But yes, we understand that it is your property. You did not even tell the adults that do not touch, and then once the parents of this boy touch, you can be angry. You are suing a 5-year-old after this single mother of 5 has literally worked her ass out to be able to get a home for her children. Forgetting that if you don't have children, or probably you have children, you're going to have grandkids, or you should even have human sympathy as a woman that can carry a child for 9 months and then give birth. You prefer to worship your almighty dog than a child that touched a 3. You sued him. Congratulations, you are doing well. Keep it up. Keep the fire burning. Because Nemesis is going to meet each and every one of you every single now and then. And I'm very sure. Are we talking about the third clip where this particular woman just went ahead and harassed a black neighborhood? He was not on her property. But you know the good part of the third clip? I love the fact that she was given a fee of $225,000 to be paid. And I wish black people are always winning, getting all of these results. I think by now a lot of nonsense will have not been out here. I wish justice is being served like this. I think by now a lot of rubbish would have been removed from the system before now. I am so happy. I'm so excited. I don't even know why they never gave her like $1 million to pay. But they just gave her $225,000. Let's talk about the last clip where you see this particular black boy literally just walking on the streets. And yes, because he is black, he is not fit into this particular neighborhood. He is not fit into this particular environment. No, we do not deserve to walk where the almighty palm-colored white folks are actually working. And they have to start asking him questions. Do you belong here? Why are you here? Do you have houses here? Do you have this? Until they saw that the boy was actually filming, they actually have to narrow down or calm down what's there. Because I believe that if this boy was actually not filming, by now, it would have been a different story we are hearing. And that is why I keep charging my black people. I said, please, I beg you in the name of God, no matter what you are doing, if you know that you're in an environment or you're seeing something that is not favorable to you, please pick up your camera and start filming. Don't only pick up your camera and stuff, if possible, go live. Keep screaming, I am live. Keep screaming, I am live streaming. We will pick it up from there. And stay safe as a black person. Because the world is becoming something else. I don't even know when this is actually going to end. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And guys, let me know what you think about this particular video. And yes, with no further ado, this is just for educational purpose so that we can educate each and every one of us to know how we can actually behave in the environment. And please keep your children safe out of their environment, surrounding, and so on and so forth. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.